Welcome to RimWorld. I just looked back at my history of videos and realized that it has been ages since I've played this game on the stream. I thought I was going to find that I had played it just this year or something, but no, I tried the console edition last summer, and I tried the Ideologies update the previous summer. And I never even played with some of the more recent updates, like the Biotech update. I didn't even do anything with that, and I'm not going to today because this is one of my favorite games of all time. Like I sometimes if somebody asks me, has to forces me to answer the question, what is your favorite game, even though I don't usually say I have favorites, I would probably say RimWorld. It's just such an ambitious simulator where it's like it's trying to simulate so many different things going on in its characters' lives, and it really genuinely it took it far enough that you really do have stories that you tell, emergent stories that grow out of just the circumstances of the world that are really compelling and memorable and interesting, and that's really hard to do. Most games that aspire to that fall well short of it, despite their best expectations, including games that I have worked on. At least their best intentions is what I meant to say. And so RimWorld's success in this area, but just both as an interesting strategic, planning and building and management game, and also as an interesting sort of story engine, it just really fascinates me. And so I feel like I should be playing it more on the stream. The problem is I just played so much of it when I was first into it that I felt like I needed to take a break for a while, and so I stepped away from it for ages. But I've been thinking of coming back to it. So I've started a game already on my own where I'm leaning a little bit harder into the whole ideology thing, where I've got a colony of tree worshippers who cannot cut down trees, or if they do, they get really, really sad for days. Like they're mourning the loss of the tree. And I settled them in a jungle just to see how they could function. And so I'm having fun with that on the side. But I also wanted to try something new here, and maybe something a little bit less ambitious, because I really do want to reteach myself how to play this game. Originally, I tried this game out for the first time on my stream, and I was taught how to play it by a viewer who came on and sort of like shepherded me through the process of learning how to play the game. And that was incredibly helpful, because this can be a forbidding game and hard to learn. And so what I think I might want to do is, partly for my own benefit, just relearning the game from scratch, and partly for the benefit of people who may have not ever played RimWorld, may have not discovered this game yet, showing them sort of, rather than me trying to dig into some of the weird esoteric stuff, like you can play vampires and like robot lords and things like that these days. I'm not going to try to do that right now. I'd like to get back into that stuff eventually. But right now, I think I'm just going to start one of the simpler games and see how it goes. And sort of like introduce maybe to new players how this game works. So we'll start. The basic idea of RimWorld is that you are some group of people who have crash landed or otherwise find themselves isolated on a RimWorld, on sort of a world at the edge of the settled galaxy, where access to like crazy high technology and stuff is just it's not as easy to come by. And so people are mostly living off the land by what they can invent and build themselves, or maybe trade for at occasional opportunities. And you get the sense that there is this history of very high technology, almost akin to magic, and that there even are places in the universe where that technology is currently thriving, but it's not where you live. And so it puts you into sort of dire circumstances and makes you sort of deal with the situation on the ground. So usually, originally, Crash Landed was kind of the only mode where you would play 3 characters who have crash landed on a planet, and you've got high technology theoretically, but you don't have the resources to use it right now, and you try to build a life from scratch. Then they added Lost Tribe, which is actually one of my favorites, because you don't have the high technology to start. You have to research it all your own, very like much more slowly than you would if you had actually had experience with the technology. And you get more people, but it's a harder scenario. But there's one that I have not really tried, and that is the Rich Explorer. I've tried Naked Brutality, which is just hilarious. But the Rich Explorer is one that it never caught my interest before, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't had the full RimWorld experience, because I haven't been a Rich Explorer. So the basic idea is you start with a lot of resources, but only one person. And that can be really rough, because characters have varying skills, and usually you depend on having an array of people who all support each other to make a colony work. And you can eventually build any colony to become a larger colony with multiple people, even if you start with very few. But starting with very few, that's a hard start. And so Naked Brutality is starting with one person and literally nothing. We're not going to try that this time. We're going to go Rich Explorer. So as far as difficulty goes, I think, so in my other game that I've started, I've gone Phoebe Chillax, which is sort of the storyteller that spaces out the hard stuff a little bit, gives you a little bit more time to sort of relax, get into the game, build stuff. Cassandra's the classic mode. And then Strive to Survive is sort of the classic difficulty. And I'm thinking, just to keep things interesting here, even though I don't feel like my skills are really up to this level at this stage because I've been away from the game for so long, I feel like this is probably the most interesting setting for the stream. So this is mostly about how often bad things happen to you. So we're going to keep it relatively high and see how this goes. Oh, wait, I also need to choose. Let's do reload anytime mode, just so that, this entire thing doesn't explode if I make a mistake. Okay, let's come up with a seed for this thing. Hey, Orathaus just joined us. I think Orathaus should be our random seed. We'll just do 30% of the globe. Here are the factions that are going to live here. No particular reason to mess with them. There's pollution on this planet. You can actually make the pollution really high, which this is a fairly new feature, where it used to be there were these random events where pollution would come by and sort of mess with your community and it would go away, but it would be purely random. Now they actually model the presence of pollution on the map, and where you are relative to the pollution determines when you have those events. So let's fighting wants to know if I've ever used mods for this game. So I've got kind of a weird allergy to mods. I love seeing what people can do with them by sort of sitting back and watching videos of other people playing. I usually have just this weird sense of fear and distrust that I'm going to introduce bugs into my game or other kinds of problems because of mods. I tried it with when I was playing a lot of Project Zomboid about a year ago, and I ended up breaking some basic stuff in the game by installing mods that had bugs associated with them. And so I get nervous about that kind of thing. I really appreciate what the modding community does for this game, and I love seeing some of the stuff that they've created. As far as my own game goes, though, I usually steer clear. Okay, so yeah, we're generating the world with all of these updates and things, and now we got to choose where we're gonna land. So this is a world that was randomly generated from the seed that I entered. So this is basically Orathaus' world. You can see there's these little settlements of all these different communities. These guys here are hostile locals, all these hostile locals around here. Here's a semi-hostile little society. I think these purple houses are neutral, and they represent... Oh, these guys aren't neutral, but they represent people that I could trade with. The yellow tents are also neutral, and the Imperium is also neutral. So I want to be in a place where I've got some access to trade, and some, I'm not just constantly surrounded by enemies. I'm thinking a place like this is the safest, but I don't just have to worry about local people. I also need to worry about the weather. So if you click on a hex, it'll tell you at the bottom of the screen what the weather is like. The average temperature is 22 Celsius here, which means that it can get pretty hot in the summer, and pretty cold in the winter, but not that badly compared to, say, if I come up here all the way to the top, if I go over here, it says it'll get down to negative 46 Celsius, and it never gets up above 7. That's not cool. And also, if you go all the way down here, I think near the equator, to the Toxos Desert, you see it gets up to 36 Celsius in the summertime. And you can actually back up a little bit, and you can set different parameters to have a much hotter or much colder planet overall. So, let's see here. I'm going to... Let's say I do want to be around here someplace. I'd like to be fairly close to a road so that I can trade. I also would like to have some mountain type stuff in my area, because it's good for mining. And so I'm thinking maybe someplace like this would be good. I can't be too close to a settlement. So this says it gets pretty warm here, but not insufferably so. It is a tropical rainforest, which, is interesting. The Bad Paw Swamp. I don't know why I like that, but I do. I love naming systems in games, just random name generation, just because, it was one of my specialties on State of Decay. So yeah, let's go here. Let's settle here. So we go next, and now let's create our own ideology. So we got it. So this is I wouldn't say it's new. It's been out for a few years now, but this is something they added after the release of RimWorld, which is deciding what the ethics of your community are, because it's very common but basically in the original RimWorld, a lot of the struggles you had was your people didn't like some things and did like other things. And like things like cannibalism, for instance. If you did the cannibalism, your people would be really sad. And some players were like, hey, but what if I want to play people who like cannibalism? Can I do that? And the game originally said no. This made it so that you can actually decide what the ethics of your community is, and you can kind of play however you want to. So I think my character, he's a rich guy, right? So I kind of, should we create some kind of like libertarianish attitude here? I don't know what exactly. I guess Raider is probably the closest to that. Individualist. That sounds good. So, okay, so it doesn't let you choose slavery, which is good. So we'll choose an individualist ideology, and diversity of thought. Physical love is free and approved. Slavery is horrible. Organ use. Acceptable. Everyone can sell their organs. Child labor? Encouraged. Absolutely. This is libertarians. Let's go with no rules for male or female clothing. That sounds good. Eating nutrient paste. Oh, you have to be transhumanist to like that. I think that's probably the biggest thing. Leader, the prime archist. So you can decide what the leaders are called and stuff, and I think I'm probably going to... Let's see, I can edit this. But you know what? I think I'm not going to put that much effort into it. So we've got a lot of the presets basically for the style of religion that I've chosen. But I think we'll move on from here. And now we've got to choose who our rich twat is. This guy's name is Boy, which feels right. Oh, there's also somebody named Melton. He's a doctor. Oh, wait. An information broker. That feels like a useless job. What can this person do? Okay, they can't do any mining or anything with plants. That feels like a problem, actually. So basically, when you're choosing your characters, normally you've got a group of characters at the top, which are the characters that you're actually going to, bring with you into the game, and then all the ones you're rejecting are down below. Normally you've got 5 or 3 characters up here. Now I've only got 1. So I have to choose a character that I can basically live with using in this game. And so I'm not sure I can get by without mining or plants. Not having plants means that I wouldn't be able to grow food or anything like that until I got another character who could do it. And I might also not even be able to chop down trees. So this seems like a very limiting choice. So let's see. I want like low wage worker. That doesn't feel like the person who would be this rich person, unless they won the lottery or something. Bartender. Like, I still like Boy. Boy is just such a weird name for a character. Gerard Boy Donaldson. I honestly want to call him Gerard Boy. So I'll change his nickname to Gerard Boy. Gerard Boy Donaldson. Or actually, you know what? His name should be Jerry Boy. Jerry Boy. That's his name. So this is Jerry Boy Donaldson. And he's really good medical, so he can heal himself if he needs to. Intellectual, good with, studying stuff. Not good at combat in any way, shape, or form, which feels appropriate for this sort of setup. Oh, so Rixif was pointing out that maybe having a pyromaniac isn't a great idea. Maybe it's not a great idea, but for a stream it might be exactly the right idea. We'll have to see. Incapable of firefighting. So basically, This guy is going to be by himself, periodically setting fires that he refuses to put out. I'm deciding how I feel about this. So the thing is, because I haven't really, it's been ages since I started a game with a single character, I'm not clear on how long it'll take me to get another character to back him up. And so once I get one more character, a lot of this stuff becomes manageable. I'm just wondering what it's going to be like at first. So I think I want to go with Jerry Boy. I'm going to go with Jerry Boy. We'll see what happens. His ex-wife, by the way, is somewhere on this planet. So, okay, I love that. So this guy's like a rich adventurer. He's going out there to try to, find himself and make his fortune. Also, coincidentally, he went to the planet where his ex-wife moved to after she left him. I think there's something there. All right, we're going to start. Yep, this can make the game more difficult. We're going to do it. This is probably just going to crash and burn immediately. But so the thing that I like about it, though, is this game has got such a rich and diverse set of systems that usually what it means when you take on a limit like this or a risk like this, what it means is you just have to think ahead and play differently. Like with the tree hugging faction that I'm playing on the side, they have got some serious limits that I'm not used to, but it makes me rethink, and there are ways to do most of the things that I want to do with them. I just have to do it differently than I normally do. And similarly, I've just got to think of let's build our stuff out of non-flammable materials, for instance, so that he can't mess up his own life. Okay, so he has crashed here next to a rhinoceros, who apparently doesn't mind, which is nice. We're also surrounded by elephants and jungle. And let's look over this map. So RimWorld maps tend to have a lot of ruins on them and things. This is a galaxy that used to be more settled than it is now. So, sorry, Cogs is making a joke about how somehow calling his ex-wife his old flame and tying that into his pyromania. So when you're starting with a brand new person, sometimes taking advantage of existing architecture is a good idea, at least at first. A lot of times you eventually want to sort of build your own larger, more elaborate settlement from scratch. But when you're just trying to get this guy under shelter, sometimes it helps to just find a place that already has something built. Right here, this section here, I think this would need a lot of building up, and this would need a little bit. I think this feels like sort of the best place to get him set up at first. By the way, let me know if my voice and the background music are interfering with each other too much. I can turn things up and down. Hey there, McAwful. Thanks for joining me. And yeah, I'm glad that you like this game because, it is one of my favorites as well. Okay, so I'm going to allow him to pick up all of this stuff. And, okay, so he's got better equipment than I'm used to. For instance, he gets a better rifle, though he has no idea how to fire it. He's also got a pet. He's got Gilma, a Yorkshire Terrier. I usually get that animal killed. Whatever animal I start with, almost always dead very soon. Okay, also want to allow sort of these resources that are here. So, okay, so the first thing you want to do is figure out where your character is going to store their goods and where they're going to sleep. And for right now, that's going to be the same place. That's going to be this area here. So what I'm going to want them to do is I want to set a zone for a stockpile back here in the back. I want to... Oh, we want to claim, actually. Let's claim all of this stuff. So basically, the game keeps track of what is yours and what is not yours. And so you want to claim all this stuff to make it mine, which means my character will take responsibility for maintaining it. Stuff like that. And then let's say we're going to build steel door. Let's just do 2 steel doors here. We're not going to use any wood. In fact, let's reinstall our wooden tables in a place where we can't cause any harm with them. Let's deconstruct this steel wall. And let's, I'm trying to figure out, okay, so let's have this table be there, and that table be there just to get them out of the way. And then I'm going to want to build a bed made out of steel, again, so that we can't burn it. We'll stick that right there for now. And that's all we need up front, I believe. So then we start the game. And Jerry, so let's look at his priorities. So he has to do every job, basically. And we can set priorities with this stuff. So right now, the first thing I want him to do is just haul all of his goods, all of his meals and everything. I want him to haul all of them here where we're going to store them inside of his little house. So once he's done doing the first job that he grabbed, he's going to start hauling things. So let's speed up time and watch him haul stuff and just store all of his important gear in here. And then we're going to spend the evening sort of enclosing everything and getting him ready for bed. So you can see, so he's moving completely autonomously. I can tell him to do a specific thing if I want to. Oh, these alpacas are going to they're going to eat my stuff. Got to get it moved. So these are meals. These are like survival meals that he can eat for a long time. And actually, it's interesting. He doesn't have that many more supplies than other people, but there's only one of him. He's got more money than you typically start with. He's got some technology here, some gold, and some very fancy medicine. So that's all going to be good. And, we're running out of storage space, but that's fine. I can expand this zone to get a couple more tiles. Then once he's done grabbing the rest of his stuff, because if you leave stuff out in the weather, like if it rains or something here, we're going to have some trouble. It's going to be in poor shape. Another thing he's going to need fairly soon, and I'm taking a risk here because this is a problem that I have, which is I tend to sort of overplan at the beginning, and people end up having trouble. Oh, okay, so it's getting to be nighttime. I waited a little bit too long. Can he finish his bed? Let's prioritize that. So let's let him finish his bed. And now whenever it's time for him to go to sleep, he can actually go to sleep in his bed and be comfy. Because people's mood really matters a lot in this game. Like, people are capable, or more or less capable of things, in large part depending on what condition they're in, how well they've slept, that sort of thing. So we're going to let him sleep through the night, him and Gilma. We should probably make Gilma an official sleeping spot, shouldn't we? That's furniture. I just realized there's babies in this game now. I have not played with babies yet. Okay. So, I'm totally losing track of, here, I'm going to put him back down to normal speed. He's going to start building sort of his doors here. But let me catch up with the chat because I have been falling behind. And luckily, this is a game that plays itself so I can actually pay attention to folks. La Coalition, as always, is encouraging me to commit war crimes. I have decided that this guy is okay with child labor. So, that's it's in the same zone, I guess. So, yeah, Arzif points out that when you're selecting your characters, you can re-roll them. I didn't have to choose from amongst that initial group. I kind of like choosing from amongst the initial group just because it's a limit, and playing with limits is fun in games like this. But you can absolutely just keep hitting the re-roll button until you get a character you really love. Jerry Boy just released it out to me, though, as being somebody that I wanted to play with. So now Jerry Boy is, by the way, once you enclose a space, your characters will automatically put a roof on that space. And so last night he slept under the stars. Tonight he's going to sleep under a rooftop. So, McCoffle, I'm really glad that you started participating because McCoffle says he's been lurking for a while. But this is his first time speaking up, so I'm glad you're jumping in. It's good to have you here. So Paroxys asks if Gilma is a pet. Yes. So your characters usually start with at least one pet. You can also tame animals that you find in the world, and they will join your community as basically as pets or as domestic beasts. You can even use them as beasts of burden. You can milk them. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. You can raise them for the slaughter. Okay, so it looks like we've about roofed this whole place. So now what are we doing? Oh, now, okay, and now he's built a place to play. So one of the first things we should also do is get ourselves a better steady supply of food. So we're going to pick these berries that are near the house, get a nice little supply of them going. And but then we'll also need to think about longer term food needs. So that is handled here. So basically, so there's some places where growing crops is just not going to be viable. This is not one of those places. This place looks like it's actually going to be pretty fertile. So over here next, well, I'm trying to think, where am I going to want to build most of my buildings? I'm thinking I want to build buildings along here, and of course down here. So maybe in sort of the protected center of my town, maybe that's where I'm going to want to grow my crops. So we probably don't need as many crops as you sometimes would want. So I'm gonna build a couple of small fields. Oh, it automatically. All right, I forgot that it did that. Hold on. Can I clear? What was clearing zones all about? Oh, shrink zones. I can shrink a zone. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna make. There, that's 2 separate growing zones. So I can grow 2 crops here. This one, here, I'm going to build... so the quickest thing to grow, at least in my experience, is the rice plant. So grow some rice. We'll also grow some potatoes, which are kind of average. Get a couple different crops going. Okay, looks like he's fixed up his house. So now what's Jerry Boy getting up to? Oh, he's just lying out under the stars. He's cloud watching. So there's a number of different sort of activities that characters can do. Hey, I think you should hunt that snake, dude. Here, let's take down hauling as your main task. And I think that you should grow stuff, and you should definitely hunt. Okay, so he's started to prepare his farmland because I told him that growing stuff was a top priority. But I think he's going to switch to hunting in just a second, or just go to bed because it's nighttime. So each time you chop down a tree, you get a little pile of wood for it. Yeah, he's going to bed. So yeah, you can sort of imagine what this looks like for him. Like he's basically fixed up an old ruin that was nestled up beside a mountain in an area infested with elephants and other like ruins around. There's like deadly snakes. This is probably not the vacation that this guy was imagining it's going to be, but he's here now. So what's he going to do? Let's see here. Okay, so, yeah, he's getting to work again. Oh, yeah, so he's using his charge rifle to shoot a cobra. But he's so bad at it. He's just so bad at it. Oh, he is such garbage. Oh, he wounded it. No, he hit something else. No, the cobra hit something else. There's a dead chinchilla. Okay, he got the cobra. Wait, hold on. Jerry Boy. Oh, we haven't created a place for him to drop dead animal carcasses. Of course. Where do we want him to drop dead animal carcasses? I'm thinking in this building for now, and then we'll worry about the long-term plan later. So this, right here, this is where you're going to drop animal corpses. Animal corpses belong here. Also, I should probably extend this zone a little bit more, just to give us some more room to collect things. So yeah, Jerry, you gotta use every part of the buffalo. So go and let's bring that cobra home. We'll also probably bring this chinchilla home. And then, okay, drop that off. Wait, before you get started with that, let's bring home the chinchilla too. Okay, so he's gonna get the chinchilla, and then he's gonna start working on his farm. But what I need to start doing is figuring out the next step for trying to build out this settlement. So we've got some ruins to pull from. The thing that he needs to build next is his kitchen and food area. Like, we're kind of using this area as a temporary kitchen and food area. These guys are going to go bad soon. We're going to need to get a cooking operation going. The main limitation I'm facing right now is you want that to be indoors, but building is going to be tough because this guy's a pyromaniac. So the building materials I use have to be very resilient. So right here, we've got a building made out of steel, and here we've got a building made out of marble. So one thing I could do is disassemble one of these buildings and use its bricks to build something else. I could also grab, you know, some of this steel that's down here, or, oh, hey, a dead rat. Hey, Jerry boy, what are you doing right now? Playing horseshoes? Quit screwing around. Bring home this dead rat. But like down here, okay, we've got like, so we're not going to use this place. So let's deconstruct. Let's actually grab our orders. Let's deconstruct this whole thing down here, and then we can bring the building materials from here back up here, and maybe use them to like sort of reinforce this place. Here, I'll deconstruct this and deconstruct that. Maybe I can build this thing into our sort of at least temporary kitchen using the materials that I get from down there. Eventually you can have him, like, you know, grabbing these rocks and cutting them into bricks, you know, at a stone cutter's bench, but that'll take time. And it also really depends on how good he is at crafting, and I haven't checked. Oh, hey! Somebody's coming to meet us. Hey, a trader. What do you want to trade? What have they got? So they've got some packaged survival meals, some components, some medicine, a gun attachment. I could sell them my gold for some of their silver. I don't think I need any of this stuff. I think I'm going to be okay. I think I've got enough food. So I'm not going to trade with them, but nice to, you know, meet a friendly face. So Arzif says that traders are a chance to gain new colony members. Are they? So, like, Fieldy here, like, could I actually invite Fieldy to join my community? I've never seen a way to do that. Like, I mean, you could always fight and capture him and then try to Stockholm him into joining you, but that's about it. Oh yeah, so that's what Arzif was saying, was that you could beat him up and capture him and try to give him Stockholm Syndrome to join you. Okay, so I think we need to... Yeah, these are good. Oh, this is good, about to spoil. Okay, so these two have some time. This rat is about to just go real bad. So it's going to be a stank rat, and I don't think there's anything I can do about it. Well, let's see. Let's make a butcher spot. Let's see if we can salvage this whole rat situation. Wait, I can't rotate the butcher spot? Weird, I thought I could rotate it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is create a bill to butcher creatures, and we will just do it whenever there is a creature. And then Jerry Boy, let's disallow these two. So the only thing he can butcher is the rat. Okay, he successfully made some rat meat out of that, and it's only going to spoil in 2 days now. So great. Let's allow the other two. And you notice that it produced meat and leather. So anytime you butcher an animal, you get meat and leather, which is good. Okay, Jerry, I think you need to butcher the rest of the animals, though. So get started on that. Meat's not going to last forever because we need to build a fridge for the meat, basically, in order to make it work. And so this will probably end up being my fridge eventually, but we're going to need to get there. But because plants take time to grow, I feel like I really do need to sort of prioritize him planting this initial field first. So he's going to spend his time on that first. Then we'll worry about building his kitchen. Yeah, Paroxicus is advising against eating this meat, suspecting that it might not be the best quality, and you don't have a hospital around to pump your stomach. Characters do get indigestion from eating bad food. What? Getting freaking attacked by a chinchilla? Okay, yeah. Yes, he's murdered the chinchilla. Okay, so now he's got to do some doctoring on himself. You got to set that up, though, because I think normally a character will not doctor themselves. But yeah, he will self-tend. This is a minor injury, but... Okay, can I assign him to attend to himself? Yes. Okay, so we're going to eventually... Man, chinchillas are mean. I feel like the thumbnail for this video should be something like a men's adventure magazine cover with this rich guy fighting a chinchilla. Yeah, so Arzilf is saying that he should not use the Glitter World meds for that because these are very fancy medicines. That is true. I'm having him be a spoiled little prig right now and using medicine he should not use for minor injuries. But I agree that actually if you've got Glitter World medicine that is so powerful, you want to hold on to that for things like if you're going to have to amputate someone's arm and replace it with a robot arm, that's when you want your Glitter World medicine. Okay, so we're gonna need to cook that meat real soon. So I think where was it? Was it temperature that you get? Yeah, so you can get a campfire. And so giving Jerry a fire, not necessarily the best plan, but let's cook as many simple meals as we can from the meat that we've got. And again, the cooked meals will last longer than the because like yeah, so it's supposed to 4 days versus 1.6 days. So by cooking it, he can make it last a little longer. And now that he's cooked some of these meals, I'm going to disallow him from eating the fancier, longer lasting meals. These meals will just live forever. And so he can save those for emergencies. For right now, he should be eating the stuff that's perishable. So I think I might have just made him stay up all night without thinking about it. That's the kind of god I am. Okay. Well, he's up for the day. That's cool. So now what's he doing? Is he... Yes, okay. So he's going to take this apart, and he's going to get some bricks out of it. I really hope he doesn't accidentally attack a rhino or something, because that's going to go really, really badly. These guys all attacking you at once would just be the end of the game. Peroxicus says, I love that Gimla gets to sleep all morning. Not in my house. Get out here, Gimla. We got work to do. So it actually is possible to have an animal follow you around. And I'm actually not sure. Yeah, so his master is Jerry. So we could actually set it up so that Gimla is always following Jerry around when Jerry's working. Let's see if that works. Well, I thought it was going to work. Oh, no. Specifically, it's when you're hunting or taming animals. Okay, so basically, you can bring a pet with you to protect you if you're going out hunting. So Gimla's not just going to follow him everywhere. He's going to specifically go with him when he goes hunting. So it takes a long time. Okay, so we've got granite blocks now. And some slate blocks. So I'm going to start fixing up this structure. So we're going to say granite here. So this is going to be our kitchen. And we'll do one slate wall. This is going to be our fridge. Because I think we had... How much slate did we get? 14. We can have 2 slate walls. So let's make another slate wall. Okay. So yeah, let's sleep through the night, and then we're going to try to turn this into our kitchen. And so we're going to stick, let's see, what are we going to stick in here? So we can have a fueled stove, which basically burns wood in order to let you cook. And you can have an electric stove that relies on some kind of electrical equipment, like, for instance, a windmill. Now, because with my tree hugging community, I had to go electric stove because there was no way I was going to get them to cut down enough trees to burn wood. This guy does not mind burning wood, so we're going to put this here. And then let's also put a butcher's table. Wait, let's do a steel, non-flammable butcher's table. Right there. And then, did I already claim all of this? Now I have. Okay, so his construction skill is not amazing, and so he, how bad is it? It's real bad. So he, oh crap, oh crap. Okay, so we've got our first raid. This guy, Draper, down here is going to come after me. Where am I? Ah, okay, so it's going to take him a second to get up here. Let's finish this. Okay, but now we're going to draft. And we're going to try to hide behind something. Well, this guy's coming after me. So we're going to try to shoot at him. Wait, where's he going? I'm over here. Hey, jerk. Okay, the problem is I'm such a terrible shot. Okay, I've damaged him. Wait, is he going after the dog? What's he doing? Yeah. Look over here. Oh, come on. Oh, gosh. Okay, fine. Okay, good. Okay, so we've caught this guy. So now we got to figure out what we want to do with him. I've started building this kitchen in here. But let's actually... Okay, I don't quite have enough... Yeah, so for right now, I think I need to make the kitchen his prison. Because I don't have another good place to stick a prisoner. So I'm going to... The way that you make a prison is you make a sleeping spot. And you mark it for prisoners. And so now Jerry can capture Draper. And what he'll do is he'll take him to this room and lock him in here. So Draper had a couple of joints and a club. That's all he had. Wait, hold on. Oh, what are we doing with... Okay, so don't use medicine on this guy. Doesn't deserve it. But my guy's a good doctor. He doesn't actually need to have a lot of great medicine in order to do a good job at healing somebody. Okay, so let's look at our prisoner here. So I want to try to recruit him. His resistance is 7, which isn't that bad. And so I'm going to periodically be jumping in and trying to recruit this guy. Let's make sure that we're actually... Oh, but except Jerry Boy is just terrible at social skills. So he's going to try to recruit this guy, but he's going to suck at it. He's going to suck at it so bad. Oh, wait. Jerry Boy, you need to tend yourself, don't you? Oh, maybe you already took care of your own needs. Let's look at your health. Okay, you're already bandaged up, so you're fine. Yep, using my Glitter World medicine inappropriately. Wait, so what are you doing right now? Oh, just going for a walk to entertain yourself. That's cool. See, your characters don't like doing the same thing for entertainment again and again and again. So I've given him the sort of the horseshoes thing that he can use to play. But he can do other stuff too, you know. So yeah, so we've imprisoned Draper in the kitchen. Originally, I was saving this gap in the wall here to be where my air conditioner goes. And I'm not actually sure... Can I... Yes, okay, so I can build a cooler, but I don't have enough construction skill to do it. So, okay, so that means I don't need to leave this gap. I can actually have Jerry Boy. Once he wakes up in the morning, we can actually have him continue to deconstruct down there and build another wall in here, and then maybe we can turn this into Draper's new prison. So I'm going to put that there, make it for prisoners. Oh, I can't. So prisoners have to have an enclosed space. Okay, so he's talking to Draper. He's trying to convince him to join us. Oh, he reduced his resistance a little bit. That's cool. Okay, so now what are we doing? Is he just hauling stuff? Oh, he's trying to keep the... No, we don't need to... Let's not automatically refuel that anymore. Oh, hey, a psychic soothe. It makes everybody happier. He's really desperately trying to make this whole stove work. Even though he's just not good enough at building to do it. But, I mean, if we look at his bio, his construction skill is 2. But he's slowly going to get better. You see, he's got 1512 out of 3,000 construction. That's experience that he's accumulating. And so eventually he'll get better at this. But right now, he's just so bad at it. Wow. Okay, dude, seriously, let's just not do this right now. Can you just focus on finishing the prison? We'll worry about other stuff later. So Peroxicus is saying, prison? Make this place his cemetery. Yeah, so you definitely do end up killing a lot of raiders. In fact, most of my successful communities have had just vast fields of like mass graves for all the raiders that I've killed. Okay, so can I make this... How do I... Is there a way for me to transfer Draper in here? What happens if I deconstruct this and then have Jerry take Draper to bed? There, okay, so now Draper's in a proper cell. I guess we can allow you to work on your stove. So let's just deconstruct this. I don't need this. Well, I might need it. I'm not going to deconstruct it yet. Because if Jerry literally can never successfully build an oven, that's going to be a problem. Let's check on our rice. Oh, it's half grown. Our potatoes are a third grown. Should probably pick some more berries. Please, 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 please. Successfully build this stove. Come on, you're almost there. Yes! Okay. Oh, hey, a transport pod crash. Oh, whoa, we got a new potential person! Oh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay, okay. That's better than a prisoner. Let's make ourselves a new sleeping spot. We don't want to waste time making it a bed. Let's just... Wait, where did it go? Where's the prisoner? There's Clive. Okay, Jerry, save Clive. And Clive... Okay, well, after we've saved him, we can decide you use the best medicine on him. He's so far away, and he's in medical distress. I am stressed out. Yeah. Okay, get Clive back there. Save his life. Ancient mech. Oh, yeah, there's an ancient mech over here. I'm not sure what I can do with that. I think that's for some of the expansion content that I haven't really explored yet. Okay, yeah, so we'll rescue this guy, and we'll try to persuade him to join us. For right now, he's just going to rest here. So let's see here. So his social skills also suck. Intellectual is pretty good. He's kind of equivalent to me, except his shooting skills a little better. So yeah, unfortunately, his social skills are bad. Because Ranithcord was pointing out that bringing in somebody better social skills might also make it easier to recruit the other guy. So I think it's kind of random whether a rescued person wants to join your community after they sort of wake up and recover. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to finish collecting these, and then after that, I'm betting he's going to go around picking berries. Last little bit. All right. Now what are you going to do, Jerry? What are you going to do? Oh, you're going to talk to Draper. Of course you are. We should also refuel the stove. Actually, let's... Basically, I don't know. Let's cook meals until we have... until we have 10. So, okay. So he's going to try to cook meals whenever he gets the opportunity now. And then let's have him bring the food over here. So that means making a stockpile. I mean, I guess we can store the food here with Draper. What's he going to do? Eat all of it? He's one person, right? So let's store like random foodstuffs in here. So raw food goes there. Let's store the corpses that we make in here. And then let's store the meals that we make here. And let's make this the preferred place to keep meals, the preferred place to keep corpses, and the preferred place to keep food. Okay, so we're talking to Draper. We're trying to fix the place. Though, actually, I want to look at my priorities here, because right now I've got construction. Oh, actually, it's only priority 3. Plant cut. I should probably make plant cut a second priority so that we can pick these berries. Draper's having a faith crisis. Interesting. Maybe he'll join my weird ideology. So yeah, Ranithcord was guessing that the teacher, by virtue of being a teacher, might have higher social skills than Jerry Boy. And chances, just because Jerry Boy's social skills are so bad, I mean, that was a good bet regardless, just on the straight odds. But nope, turns out everyone here is antisocial. Oh, Gilma likes berries. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so yeah, so Jerry Boy's going out picking every berry that he can find. Okay, Clive is no longer incapable of walking. So let's see if he leaves or if he's still resting. Let's see if he leaves when he wakes up or if he decides he wants to stay. If he wants to stay, we need to start thinking about... Oh, we just ate some bad berries. Whoops. We need to start thinking about good living spaces for these folks. Which means, I think, we can't keep relying entirely... Oh, we should deconstruct this. We can't keep relying entirely on scavenged bricks. We're going to need to start making our own bricks. So let's build ourselves a stone-cutter's table. Where are we going to... Oh, colonist needs rescue. What? Why? What's wrong with you? Oh, he's got horrible food poisoning. He's just throwing up uncontrollably everywhere. But there's no one to rescue him. He just has to... Oh. Is Jerry Boy just gonna die of berry poisoning? He's just lying on the ground, throwing up. No one can help him. Oh, man. This is the worst. Come on, Jerry. Come on, you can do it, man. Okay, we've recovered. Still throwing up, but at least, we're functional here. Man, having only one person. Oh, wait, malnutrition. I just realized he ate all of his meat foods. I need to allow him access to his long-term meals. Holy crap. It's so easy to screw that up. That's why he's been eating nothing but uncooked berries. Hey, dude, wait. Before you get that again, no. Consume one of these. Oh, he fell down again. Because he's starving. Oh, this is silliness. Okay, this is one of the problems with a game like this, is the fact that this guy was getting very, very hungry. I had no freaking idea that he was hungry until it got so bad he couldn't function. And I think so. I'm hoping that he will be able to get up, feed himself, and will recover from this. Draper's gonna die too if he doesn't have somebody to feed him. He's trapped in there. Dude, Clive, could you wake up? Peroxy says I need to change his name from Jerry to Job because of all of this suffering. Okay, yeah, so just eat your food, whatever. You can eat whatever you want right now, it's fine. But then... Okay, so he's got a major mental break risk because he's miserable. But his mood... So this arrow means this is where his mood wants to be, and it's taking its time to get there. So he's not going to be as bad off in a second, but he's hungry, he's in serious pain, he's tired. He's got big problems right now. But he's about to fix some of them. So hopefully his mood starts going up. He's going to sleep in a real bed. Okay, we're starting to recover. This is good. So, what I want to do is claim... Oh, Clive is also having a faith crisis. Everyone's having faith crises out here. I'm going to claim this whole area here. But then I'm going to deconstruct all of the bits that are kind of unnecessary and outlying. And see if I can sort of turn this into like little apartments, basically. I also want to build a stonecutter's bench up here. And I'll want to build a roof over it. Because you can build roofs anywhere that has got, like, wall supports. Eventually, I'll actually want this to be fully enclosed. But it's probably good enough for now to just build a place where he can work. All right, Jerry's just over here thinking about his life. He's relaxing socially near an unconscious person, because that's how we roll right now. Okay, yeah, so he's going to feed Draper. And try to talk Draper into being friends. How are we doing? Resistance is 5.1. We're getting there. Oh, and now we're harvesting our rice. Yes! He's bad at it. He's so bad at it. He's getting garbage amounts of rice. But it's okay, because rice keeps a lot longer than meat. And so if you want to have, you know, your sort of cooking operation going, you want to have something that will keep, especially when you're kind of low tech. So he's going to store the rice in there. And of course, Gilma's going to eat the rice because whatever. Clive, what is your deal? Clive needs to be fed. Clive is a freeloader. He's perfectly capable of walking. Okay, so now we're replanting the rice. I think you should probably take the rice in to store it someplace, but, you know, you do you, Jerry. Okay, looks like I'm going to need to allow another stack of this. We're going to start running out of his fancy foods. We're going to have to start really cooking. Okay, it's all rainy out here. It's just ruining the rice. I just realized we've got these geysers here that we can use for like geothermal plants. That's kind of cool. So yeah, waiting out the storm. Sometimes these can start fires. Oh yeah, there we go. There's a fire right down here. Luckily, when it's raining, the fire goes out pretty quick. I said the fire goes out pretty quick. Okay, thanks. Oh wait, chunks of spacecraft. Ooh. Sometimes you can get good stuff from these. Okay, yeah, so Jerry is storing the... Oh, Draper's up and walking around. That's cool. Jerry's storing the food, which he can then make into meals whenever he feels like it. Right now, he's playing horseshoes, though. Clive, what are you doing? Okay, we're going to finish planting our rice. And now we're doing what? Oh, we're grabbing some berries. Sure. Ooh, a group of travelers are coming by. Where are the travelers? Oh, they're just passing through. I would have to actually go out and try to meet them to get anything out of that. And I'm not gonna. Okay, yeah. So now he is in a position to cook. And he's going to feed Clive. Oh, that was nice of him. Yeah, see, now, like, that food that was meant to last Jerry for a while. Uh-oh, a fire near... Of course, Jerry's never going to put a fire out, so we got to really rely on the rain and the non-flammability of Jerry's stuff. Wait, the Toxoid Packers, they're back? Slag is here to try to rescue Draper. Uh-oh. So, when is Slag going to show up? Okay, Jerry, I think you gotta... We gotta lie in wait for Slag. Okay, we hit him. Okay, Slag's in bad shape. Yeah, oh, dead Slag. But medical treatment is needed. So I'm going to tend to myself. And so, yeah, Slag died. So we're going to have to bury Slag because we are not cannibals. So that means, I forgot what it was. It Misc? Graves? Were they Misc? There's a grave. Okay, so we're going to bury Slag. Oh, wait, not over here. It's a terrible place for a grave. Because I'm planning on building, like, buildings over there. Let's bury raiders, like, over there. Not here. All right. We're sleeping. Peroxicus says, are those NPCs or is this multiplayer and they're from another colony? So this game is not multiplayer. It's only single player. And so anytime you see characters that I don't control, they're just NPCs. Wait, why is Gilma in trouble? Oh, did Gilma get set on fire? Gilma was probably too close to a lightning strike and got set on fire. Oh, that's great. Well, I hope that we don't have to tell Draper that his friend Slag is over here, right? We can just leave that. We can just leave that unsaid. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna keep cooking. What do I actually want him to do, though? I think let's focus. I mean, yeah, cooking is good, but I think I would rather have him construct right now. So let's raise the priority of construction. So he's going to build a roof. He's going to build his stonecutter's bench. He's grabbing all the stuff that he needs. Apparently needs a lot of wood. And then, of course, he's going to smoke a joint because that's Jerry's deal. Like, this guy had a joint on his body. So after he killed him, he goes and he steals his joint. That's great. All right. Okay, so his resistance is going way down. So yeah, if we can get some stone cutting. Hey, we just got up to construction level 3. We just need 5 to be able to build air conditioners. So that's good. Oh yeah. Oh, we're building a grave. Might as well pick some more berries. See, I always just... Oh no! Oh no! He's setting his meals on fire like an idiot! And all of his medicine! No! You moron! Jerry! Oh yeah, oh, you've set yourself on fire. Oh, you poor boy. Clive is getting the crap out of there. So wait, I thought this wouldn't be flammable because it was made out of steel. Apparently not. All of the supplies. Jerry, Jerry! You idiot! Clive is like, I am getting the crap out of here. What is this place? Jerry, why? No, no, no. No. He's using the burning medicine to treat his burns. He's stoned on smoke leaf. He just got really stoned. He's got heat stroke. He's got heat stroke because he's in the burning oven of a place. Look. What is the temperature here? It's got to be ridiculously high. I don't actually see where I can tell what the temperature is, but it's got to be really, really high. Like, this might be the end of our story. Okay. Oh yeah, so lower right. Okay, so it's only 18 degrees Celsius. Well, overall it's 18 degrees Celsius. I think there can be a different temperature locally. Okay, good. Okay. We got the fire put out. He's in shock due to pain. He's burned all over his body. Clive got the heck out of here. Like, Clive was considering joining, but he's just like, no. Not after that. No way. These people are crazy. He burned his own bed. Okay, dude. Wake up. I mean, he's got no meds left whatsoever. The dog's hanging out with the prisoner. This is so stupid. Rizif says, well, this is what you signed up for. Exactly. I'm not complaining. This is exactly what I signed up for. I wanted this. I asked for this. Okay, so we're definitely gonna have to fix this place up. Jerry's walking out in the cold rain because it's soothing to his burns. He's about to suffer a mental break, which means he might actually just set more fires. He's exhausted, in intense pain. He's gonna sleep, but I mean, this is not the best place to sleep. We should probably try to build another bed. I guess steel beds are not safe. I thought they were. They're not safe from fire. So yeah, I don't think I successfully figured out how I could tell what temperature was in there. Raneth Gordon says that he was reading something. Says, oh, it's down to 550 degrees Celsius inside. So, could you see a temperature readout for the indoors that I just didn't see? Yeah, so Arzif says that steel is not safe from fire generally. I guess that makes sense. I mean, it's not going to be made just of steel. It's made of other stuff. I'm sure he doesn't have a steel blanket. Okay, so he's going to start deconstructing stuff over here, which will include some steel, which I think he can use to finish his bed. Jerry. Okay, no, that's fine. You've had a rough time. Okay, good. His mood is largely improved. Okay, I shouldn't have told him to take apart all these columns. They're made out of... they're made out of steel. I thought they were made out of nothing, but yeah, of course, that first one was steel too. So he's getting some steel out of this, which he can use to fix his bed. And we can also make a bill here to make some stone blocks out of limestone. Let's make some limestone blocks. So we add a bill, make limestone blocks. We want to make them until we have 200 of them. Now, what is our crafting skill like? 4. Oh, and it's got a little fire on it. That fire means that he likes it. It's sort of, you get your skills that you actually have, and you got the things that you enjoy. And the things you enjoy are things that you are likely to improve in faster. And so while he doesn't have great crafting skills, he likes crafting, which means that he's going to get better at it more quickly. Look how covered in bandages he is. So yeah, Raneth Court is like, pyromaniacs can melt steel beams. I was trying to figure out the tasteful 9/11 truther joke to make about fire burning steel, and I couldn't come up with one. Okay, he's sleeping there, I guess. What? Who is this idiot? He's got a knife. Okay. Well, I'm going to get whatever rest I can. Okay, so he's going to bide his time for a little bit. So Jerry's not in the best, he's not in the best physical shape, which makes me nervous. And he wasn't able to recruit Clive, who could have backed him up. Maybe helped put out his stupid fires. Okay, so they're beginning their assault. How long can I wait before I wake Jerry up? I guess that's probably how long. I guess there's no point in waiting behind cover. This guy's only got a knife. Please hit Tracker next time. No, don't get into a hand-to-hand fight with the guy with the knife. Oh, this is gonna go so poorly. So I've got a rifle, but I can't use it at this range. And now what's happening? What's Tracker gonna do? Is he just gonna bust up the place? Gilma's trying to. No, I thought Gilma was helping me, but Gilma was just eating my food. Okay, so Tracker has injured me. Oh, hey, I didn't realize these were made out of stone. I could use that. Okay, cool. Thanks, Tracker. You're really helpful. That took effort, Tracker. Go away. What? What? No! No! He's kidnapping Jerry Boy. I think this is game over. That's it. All right. So Jerry just got carried off by a raider armed only with a knife. I kind of like this story, though, right? Like this was actually kind of fun, telling this little story of Jerry's just horrible failed attempt to settle out here. I'm kind of enjoying it. So Gaming Ground 1 says, this game is crazy. Yeah. So I don't actually know what happens when you hit the keep playing button. So I have abandoned settlements before and just sort of like took my people on a caravan to make a new settlement and left the settlement behind and watched it as it became overgrown and like set upon by wild animals. Is that what this does? Is it just like you just sort of watch the AI continue to play? Do I watch Draper slowly starve to death? Or would I actually bring in a new group of people that I control? I'm assuming it's just watching Draper slowly starve to death. I think that's what this is. How are you doing? Okay, he's an addict. He's got food poisoning. He's gone crazy. He's throwing up. He's angry. But he's trapped inside this tiny little hell. Okay, here we go. Okay, so he's trying to bust out. He's trying to bust out. Oh, he's getting out. He's getting out. He's getting out. Draper escapes. He's murdering a rat just because he's angry. He's just so mad. He's like, this whole thing was stupid. Why did I even come here? What? So then he attacks the rhinoceros. And regrets it. Is he bleeding? He's bleeding to death from the rhinoceros. He was already bleeding from fighting the rat. And now he's bleeding from the rhinoceros. Honestly, I think this session could not possibly have gone better. Draper has died. That's it. That's the last human on this map. We're just... And we've auto-saved. Great. Awesome. Well, you know what? I've got a meeting to get to, so this is actually perfectly timed. So that was a game of RimWorld. Now, normally games of RimWorld last longer than this. And you get to build an entire colony. So maybe I should try this again at some point. Maybe be a little bit more judicious about what kind of character I choose. Maybe somebody who's good at recruiting people and maybe doesn't set his entire house on fire. And maybe I should also rethink the difficulty I'm playing at when I'm maybe I should have the chillax storyteller, for instance. Oh! A rhinoceros just attacked something in the background while I was talking. So, you know, maybe when I'm playing at this difficulty, at a scenario that is this difficult, maybe I should consider having the overall difficulty be a little bit lower, or at least the pace of the scary events be a little bit looser. But anyway, so I think it's a standalone episode, though. I think this it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It's got a moral to the story, which is don't be a rich twat. And, yeah, and I guess it's time to go. So, that'll be a subscribe button, and this will be links to other videos. And the next time I play RimWorld, I will stick that there, so you can click on it and see some more RimWorld. Fire! Fire! Fire!